Hello Simracer, thanks for watching this video. Today I want to show you our Simrig as it looks during boot up and in the little test drive to show you how it's working in a real sim racing environment. At the end of the lap around the famous Nürburgring, we show each implemented function separately one by one. But now first watch the complete boot up. Switching on all electronics and the gaming PC. During the boot sequence you will first see that the 3DP Evolution RGB-LED Bass-Shaker Adapter will turn initially red, and then if you enter Simhub and start the game, they will be turned into blue. This is default, you can change the color. As soon as you enter the pits, you see the lights jumping from red to blue to indicate that you are in the setup or in the pits. To show you now some live action and the glowing of the brake disc temperature, we switch to the simulation.
So guys, let's have a quick round at Nürburgring to show you the 3DP Evolution Simtastic RGB Bass-Shaker Adapter functions and properties. The Bass-Shaker Adapter are managed by Simhub. Simhub gets the telemetry data out of AC or Assetto Corsa Competizione, which we are taking right now for the test and the demonstration, and translates on the one side, if you already have seen our Bass-Shaker, to vibrations, and on the other side you can change it into light information that we show now in the RGB LEDs mounted on the rig, and there on top are mounted our Bass-Shaker. So without further ado, let's take a ride first. So let's just take a single round, take our most beautiful car. Look how beautiful it is. Thank you Kunos, thank you Aris for the great editor. This is insane. So let's take one lap and drive it and see what happens. It's a little bit quick and dirty.
Going double five.
Don't mind your driving. It's just about how to show you something in life. So the first thing you see already, there is some flashing going on because there is an opponent in my nearby, and now I'm pressing both together, the brake pedal and the throttle, to heat up the brakes, and you should see in a second that it's glowing up and it's blinking. And if I push too hard, you already see that I go into the ABS. But let's see what happens if you drive around.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
You see, if I step too much on the throttle, you instantly get the reply of the backlights, because the TC kicks in, and I not only can feel it under my butt because I have mounted the ultimate system with 6 Bass-Shakers on my rig, I can see it flashing at the back, or if I break into the ABS, I can see it flashing in the front with a bright green. So sorry for my bad driving, but I just wanted to show what happens. So you could see the ABS flashing right now. I could go on inside, the race and turn at least, my brake bias to the back or to the front to you know, change that effect or adapt my braking to the maximum as I stay feel-wise and seeing the lights-wise stay below the ABS, what I mean before kick in, so you get the maximum brake force on wheels. So this should be enough. Just wanted to show the fade in and the fade out, so I go back to the garage and want to show you right now the test data editor. This is just for showing what you can do. You can switch it on, and as soon as I switch on, it simulates some kind of test data. So the first you already saw is in pit lane. If this is on, or is in the real game, if you are inside the pit lane, you see the flashing blue and red changing from the back to the front, so you know from the outside that you are in the pit lane. The other things you already saw is the ABS. So if you hit the ABS, and you can see it and you can feel it if you have the Bass-Shaker attached, and the ABS blinking light gives you an idea if your brake bias maybe is too far to the back or to the front, so you can adjust it and make it optimal within the race. Same for the traction control. Every time you hit the traction control, so maybe you accidentally have a much too high traction control, you can see, even if you just tap on the throttle, it kicks in, and then you see, oh, there is maybe a much too high traction control active. I can reduce it during the race with my knobs on my steering wheels. DRS we do not have implemented because it's not implemented in ACC or Assetto Corsa Competizione. So if you want to, you can add this later on. So often we forget to turn off the indicator lights or the turn indicators. Now you will never forget, because you see it on your rig. So you can use the left one, you can use the right one, or even you can use them together. That means you show other drivers clearly that you have a problem, had an accident, running out of fuel, or whatever you want. So most important, the flags. How do I get the flags? So black flag is implemented, a little bit difficult because you cannot display a black flag. It would mean lights are out. So we decided to, you know, take a dull gray thing flashing, but you get the idea. If you see it, you know it. White flag nearly kills your eyes, and you will never miss the last lap again, because this is such a bright flash that you will see. The other ones quite important also, you know, starting with the yellow flag. If you have a yellow flag, a full course yellow or whatever, you will see it, and the opposite, the green flag. Now you can push the pedal to the metal again. And if you're
keep pushing.
If you're too slow, you will get the blue flag, and even you will never ever not see it again. The last thing I want to show, and the last properties we have implemented. So if you are in combat with a car and it's clear, it's near, you don't see it in or you don't mind it in the Spider app, so you can see it because your left side of your rig is flashing in red, and believe me, you will never miss it. The same on the right side. And these are most important information. Not only, you know, your rig is getting live because you have the live action in the brake glowing and fading out. You have on these adapters all these functions, so you will never miss any information anymore. So this was it for this video. Thank you very much that you are watching this, and see you in the next one.